Okay, I'm checking on the carousel payphone, which I honestly can't believe it's still out here, but I can already tell from here that it's still present. There you can sort of see it among the throng. Not sure if it's... I think the phone was still intact last time I was here, which was probably about a year ago. I mean, it surprises me because this is a park, you know, you'd think they would clean up this stuff. And they did finally get rid of most of them. As far as I know, there are only 2 of them left. Looks like I might have trouble getting close to it.
You want to go to the chip place?
Can I just mention how much I hate Central Park? Oh, look at that. Handset is gone, but otherwise intact. There's the old 9X signage. Got 9X, Verizon. Sometimes you'll get the trifecta of New York Telephone as well, but that's not common. Can't get over to the other side of it. There's a bike in the way, but still hanging in here. The other one that I know of is up by the boat basin, or whatever they call it, that little lake where you sail little boats. There was also a row of, I think, 4 or 5 of them in the room at the skating rink, the one they used to call the Trump Rink. I forget what they call it now. I'm not going up there today. I don't know. I have no idea if those are still there. But let's go check on the other one. I mean, if it's still there. So there you can see some of the boats. Now, all the way from here, I can see that the phone is still present. There's a cluster of people right in front of it, but I saw it earlier. I had some interesting experiences with this phone. One time and for some reason this happened to me like 3 times within a week or so. But I was getting ready to make a call, and I hear somebody calling out at me, "Sir, sir." And she's holding out her phone. She says, "You can use my cell phone." And she had this look of kind of pity on her face, as if nobody should be bottom feeding so basely as to be using a payphone. And there's a lot of people waiting to use the bathroom here. That could make this somewhat awkward. I'm not going to say anything as I approach. Oh, okay, a bunch of people just left. Yep, it looks beautifully intact. Maybe that's why they keep it here. But the other interesting encounter I had was when This woman saw me in a movie. She saw me in a, wow, this is in almost perfect shape. She saw me in a documentary and became a fan, and she wrote me a letter, a handwritten letter, and we agreed to meet. She was from somewhere upstate at the time. And we met, and we ended up at this phone, and I got her to dial *10. And that was when you could still get a live prayer counselor. And so I stood here and listened to her be guided in a prayer for her city, for the city of New Orleans, where she was getting ready to move back to. It was quite charming, it really was. I'm not religious, but there was something genuine about it. Okay, I'm feeling a little claustrophobic. There's people crowding up behind me now. I don't know whatever happened to that woman.
No, it's Tony. Hey, Doug!
I seem to remember getting an email from her at some point, just out of the blue. Something to do with payphones in New Orleans. I don't even remember her name now. Well, I went looking for them and I didn't find them. And it becomes curious. Maybe I'll see if I can find any reporting on it. But these plaques that you see all throughout the park on the benches, I'm not sure what they cost now, but they used to be $7,500. And for that amount of money, you can say pretty much whatever you want, as long as it's not obscene, I suppose. But the plaques that interested me the most were the ones that said, "In loving memory of the Madoff family." And if you know anything about the Bernie Madoff scandal and the hell that it wrought on his family, you'd know that there's no loving memory whatsoever to be found in that family. And I actually wrote an article about it I don't write for other websites much. I don't really care about getting published, but I wrote an article about those plaques once and suggested that they should be removed because it's just, I don't know, it just seemed kind of, it's not my decision obviously, but something about seeing that name, which most people have probably forgotten about by now. But, I mean, most people have probably forgotten about the scandal associated with the Madoff name. But when it was still fresh, I saw it and I felt a bit of a sting. It just seemed mean to leave any sentiment to suggest that there was any love left in that family. But they were at the 69th Street entrance, 5th Avenue and 69th Street. And they're gone. So I don't know what happened. That black and white tall building, that's where I had my first office job in New York. Seems like a lifetime ago. I had one of the windows that overlooked this park. Everybody was so jealous of me, but believe me when I say you get really tired of a beautiful view. I'd rather have been looking out at, like, I don't know, an above ground subway or something. An active scene. Staring at the park just gets so boring.